guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm jumping in with our reading for January 2020, our brand new decade. Oh my gosh! I saw something on the internet today. It was like, if you were born in the 80s and raised in the 90s, you have been witness to like four or two different millennia and two different centuries. Yeah, a millennia, a couple of different centuries, and just like a whole bunch of decades. And it's like, oh, and you're not even 40 yet. It's like, oh, okay. Interesting. So as we go into 2020, I thought, I would do just kind of like a general wheel of the year reading, going January through December, different than the Witch's Wheel, of course. And the decks that I am using, the center card here for our theme, my Wally's World Oracle, which you can find on my website. I have the deets down below in case you're interested. This was backed on Kickstarter and created by our wonderful community members. And that's my little Wally toe. So definitely check that out. The two cards that I'm using double cards for, going January through December. And I'm using my She-Ra cards and my Hello Kitty cards. And I just find they work really well together. They're just like game cards and playing cards, but I think they give really good messages, and so that's why I would like to use it for this reading. So remember, this is just the general energy of each month going through January of 2020. Of course, you may always want to pull some of your own cards for clarification. This may not hit home for everyone, and that's okay because it's just general. But if you are interested in something that is just like this but specific to you, I do a year ahead reading, and it's only available until January 15th. So if you want something like that, you want to be able to see what lies ahead for you personally, then definitely check that out on my website, www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. All right, and you can find it on my Etsy shop as well. So Kittens Weights Tarot is my Etsy shop. All right, but the link is down below. So let's start off with the theme. What is the theme for 2020? Ooh, we have this lovely card, which comes to us from Phoenix, Arizona. So this is a sunset in Phoenix, Arizona. And a lot of people seem to connect with this card, actually. So I'm seeing our theme is more of a quiet time. So this is, obviously somebody taking the time to just kind of witness this sunset. And to me, although, it seems like it's in a parking lot and all of this, it just seems very quiet to me. A lot of introspection. So that's interesting for our theme. So very introspective, very quiet time for 2020. So let's take a look at January. And we have Los Widgets, the Widgets. And these people, they help out She-Ra, it says, and they also live in Etheria, but they are, basically keepers of the forest. And then for Hello Kitty, you see Hello Kitty in a little tub or a little boat there. So both of these are relating to friends, and the Five of Clubs relates to, in tarot, conflict, or Five of Wands. And so I'm seeing whatever is going on in January of 2020 for you, I think that the best course of action would not be to go into hermit mode, but to reach out to your friends. Your friends are going to be there to help you. I know a lot of us, myself included, I don't feel like I want to bother people. But think about it, would you feel bothered if one of your friends needed your help? Of course not. Your friends feel the same way. So if you're feeling like you're struggling just a little bit, you feel like, there are some things that are a little bit difficult to do on your own, please, please, please don't hesitate to call out to your friends. Your friends are here for you. They're here for you all the time, but especially in January, and they're going to be quite beneficial to you. So peace of mind, peace of body, peace in everything. Please reach out to your friends. All right. So that's for January. Moving on to February. Ooh, we have Katra. Okay, so well, in Spanish, it's just saying the very attractive cat woman with she's basically got a lot up her sleeve here. And then so we have the Eight of Swords, which usually harkens to kind of feeling trapped in some way. But here we have a Hello Kitty. It looks like she has a little sparkler, so kind of shedding light on the situation. Okay, so February. What I'm getting here is definitely when something comes along that has you feeling less than awesome, that you'd rather not deal with, that is, maybe giving you a little bit of anxiety and things like that. To shed light on the situation, consider unmasking the situation. Like, at its core, what is it that's bothering you? Like, really, like, out of the entire situation. It's not the whole situation itself, but could it be a particular person? If it's a particular person, that in what way are they acting, or what are their actions or reactions that are causing you this discomfort? So it's in February to really get down to the core of what is bothering you. And it's much easier to resolve situations instead of looking at it through its mask and just saying, oh, that whole thing, that is the thing that bothers me. It just simplifies things, gives you a more objective point of view, and just helps you get through things. So in February, whatever's bothering you, to shed light on the situation, you're going to have to unmask, peel back the layers of that situation and find out at its core, what is it that bothers you? And what does that say about you? What does that say about your reactions and, how you deal with problems? So maybe a little bit of shadow work there in February of 2020. All right, so then moving right along into March, we have Flutterina, which is the fabulous butterfly. Then we have the Four of Swords, and we have the little Hello Kitty in her little geisha outfit. She's got her little birdie friend, definitely taking some quiet time. Because in those geisha outfits, or traditional, maybe not geisha, because geisha is a particular type of occupation, I should say, but in traditional Japanese dress, you don't go running around like a crazy person. And with butterflies, like we have Flutterina here, you got to be very careful with butterflies. You could accidentally damage their wings. You could accidentally damage them. You can't just, grab them out of the air and, be like a crazy kid with them. You could accidentally kill a butterfly that way. So in March, what I'm seeing is to be delicate with yourself. Oftentimes we always worry about other people's feelings and worrying about, how other people see things, and just so worried about other people that we forget about ourselves, and to be kind to ourselves and to be delicate with ourselves. So I'm really seeing in March, March is a time to be very careful with yourself. Maybe now is not the time or ever to abuse yourself, but taking extra special care in March. Okay? Don't forget to get some rest there too. Okay, so then from March we go into April. We have Madame Raz. I love Madame Raz. So yes, she's got her magic broom. And then we have what would be like the Knight of Cups. And we have Hello Kitty with her little sun umbrella. She's just taking some me time, some fun time. Okay, so in April, I'm seeing maybe what would be fun for you and beneficial, maybe you can meet some new friends along the way, is take a trip. You know, if you live in a place where it's maybe still a little cold, take a trip to a place where it's nice and warm. Or if it's burning hot, maybe take a trip to a place that is a little less burning for you. But I'm saying in April would be a really good time to take a trip. And lo and behold, that coincides with a lot of people. If you're in school or if you have kids in school, it coincides with spring break, well, at least here in the United States. So now's the time to take a trip. The cards are calling to you. All right. And then we go into May. April flowers bring me, or April showers bring me flowers. Okay, Shadow Weaver. Okay, so yeah, Shadow Weaver always trying to bring destruction to Etheria and to Shira. All right, and then we have the Three of Cups, and we have Hello Kitty on her ice skates. So let's see, May. Okay, May, I'm actually seeing, and this might be for some people in particular, to be careful. So not just like I said for March, but this is a different type of careful. So in March, I was like more telling people to be gentle with themselves, you know, emotionally, basically. And this one for May, I'm seeing, please don't do something that maybe you might deem unsafe, and not that, oh, well, it'll be okay this time, like maybe stacking a chair on top of a chair to reach something up high. Maybe not the smartest thing, okay? So to be extra careful with accidents. So, you know, don't maybe get on things that aren't very stable. You know, I kind of see like unstable ladders, doing things where nobody else is around, you know. So if you're going to be doing something that is, you know, for safety's sake, is a two-person job, then get a second person. Don't try to do it yourself. So just to be safe, please be cautious in May, okay? Just a little public service announcement. All right, going on into June, which is my birth month. All right, we have Peekaboo. So yes, Peekaboo has the eyes to see everything. And then we have the Seven of Swords and Hello Kitty with an ice cream. Okay. So for June, I'm seeing that as situations arise, to try to get a higher perspective. So again, a little bit different than what I said for February, which was illuminating things and trying to peel back the layers. This is less about shadow work and more about trying to see things as a whole. So instead of getting down into the nitty gritty like in February, is to see the bigger picture. Okay, so somebody's giving you a hard time. Okay, let's take a step back. Like, whoa, let's look at this. Is it ridiculous? If it's ridiculous, maybe it doesn't require as much of your negative emotions as you've been feeling it does. So just take a step back on that point of view. Oh, Wally's walking through. So yeah, just take a step back from those situations, and you'll see that maybe it's not as dramatic as we might feel it is when we're a little too close to the situation. All right, going into July. All right, July we have Charm, which is like the swan that carries Bo and Shira. And then we have the Five of Swords. We have a lot of swords, actually. We have 1, 2, 3. This is our fourth swords card. So Five of Swords, again, definitely kind of some chaos here. But we have little Hello Kitty inside this little planter box. So they're both riding on something. She's kind of like in the box, and they're on the swan here. So let's see what I'm getting for July. Okay, so for July, I'm just getting that with, again, situations, because situations, they come up all the time. That's part of being a human being. But there are many different ways of dealing with situations, which is why every time I've mentioned, possible uncomfortable situations, which we do grow from and we do learn from, there are different ways of tackling them. This is another way of tackling problems, specifically for July. Is sometimes you just need to remove yourself from the situation, like for a period of time, until you can cool down, until you can get your head right. Because sometimes, I'm just saying sometimes, there are people that try to rope you into an argument before you can even think straight, because some people crave chaos. Some people crave, hey Wally, arguments and things like that. So let's not give them what they want, and let's give yourself a time to cool down, to think things through, and then come back and talk. So I just see yourself removing yourself from a situation in July. Keeping that level head there. And hey, if you want to fly off in a swan, that's totally cool. A magical swan, or you want to hide in a planter box. Hey, whatever tickles your fancy. Okay, we're going on into July. Oh, we have the Joker card, Shira's Joker card, and then we have the Two of Swords. Again, all these swords. I've been using this Hello Kitty deck quite a bit, so these cards should be pretty shuffled. So Two of Swords is about making a decision. However, we have Hello Kitty here with 3 candles, and looks like she's celebrating a birthday for someone, some sort of celebration. And then we have Shira being the Joker. And by the way, the 2 Joker cards in this deck don't look exactly the same. What can we look at for August? You know what? I was getting just have fun, just party. What does the Joker do? Well, the jester. Jesters make us laugh. Jesters are goofy. They they take things lightly. Nothing is meant to be taken to heart. It's just meant to be silly, funny. What do we think of when we think of birthdays? We think of fun. I mean, some people get depressed around their birthdays, but really, it's a celebration of your life, a celebration that you got to come here right during this time right now, and life is beautiful. I know we have tons of ups and downs in there sometimes where we wish, like, could I have had a different life? But you'll get past it. And for now, in August, you're gonna have fun. So have some fun. Find some way to, make things jovial in August. How can you make yourself laugh? Go to a comedy club. I don't know. But have fun in August. Okay, going on into September. We have Cowl. So Cowl, it says, is the only one that knows that Adora and Shira are the same person. And then we have the 7 of Cups, which is all about choices, but we have Hello Kitty kind of riding along her little mouse friend, and her mouse friend is pulling flowers, so maybe like choosing who you hang out with. Oh, but you know what? Very interesting. We have 2 people here. We have her confidant here, and we have Hello Kitty's little confidant there. So that's cute and cool. All right, so what does this say for September? Well, you know what? I would say be a little more discerning about who you keep in your inner circle. Are certain people in your inner circle just because you've known them for a long time? Or is it because you actually have a really close connection with them? So I'd say just reevaluate your inner circle. Are there certain people there because you feel that they are beneficial for certain things? In that case, people aren't commodities. Reevaluate who's in your inner circle. Who really lights you up, and who do you love lighting up as well? Meaning sending love. It's a good energetic exchange between you two. Or you 3, or you 4. I don't know, however many people are in your inner circle, but just maybe take a good look at that. Okay? So, then going on into October. We have Princess Adora. Yes, when it says when Princess Adora lifts her sword, she transforms into She-Ra, the Princess of Power. Then we have the 5 of coins. Okay, finally a coin suit, which we haven't had yet. Mostly it's been swords, so mostly a lot of mental stuff, a lot of communication, which is true. That's what I've been talking about mostly. Okay. So here I see more about self. How do I want to put that? Trying to become more of who you want to be. You know, so if you've been wanting to be more giving, or you've wanted to start a charity, or you've wanted to become a veterinarian, or whatever it is, you know, whoever you want to be, whether it be, you know, as a characteristic, or as an occupation, or maybe even a volunteer job or side job, I would say that October is a really good time to maybe study what you need to study, take classes, and make moves towards who you want to be. What do you want to be? You know, even if you're a grown up, you could still say what you want to be when you grow up. Okay, so that is for October. So start making plans. Start making actually not just plans, but start taking action on things that you've always wanted to do or always wanted to be. All right, then we go on into November. And we have Glimmer. All right, so Glimmer is one who illuminates things. So we have the 5 of Cups here, and Hello Kitty looking a little ho-hum. And with this one, you know, sometimes we get into funks, we get into moods, and we're not quite sure why. Like, I'm super excited right now, and I really don't know why. Or I'm just feeling a little bummed out, and I'm not really sure why. Instead of brushing it off with, I don't know, I guess that's just my emotions for today, or that's the emotional roller coaster we're on today. Today I'm in a funk, or today I'm on cloud 9, or whatever it is. It does, you know, start really looking into what's going on. Start going back in your head. What's the last thing that happened? How did I react? What is something that may have triggered something? You know, and not just looking at it as for your negative emotions, but for your positive ones too. Because I think the more aware you are of how you react to everything, positive or negatively, the more you are aware of yourself as a person, and that can only be a good thing. So in order to illuminate those emotions, I would say really take time to stop and go backwards and try to figure out where this reaction is coming from, instead of saying, oh well, I guess I'm just feeling funky today and I don't know why, or I just feel like super hyped up and I'm not really why, no, not sure why. Okay, so check that out for November. All right, ending the year in 2020. Let me go on to the year 2021, which is kind of scary. Okay, so we have a cowl where it says cowl is an owl that is very nice and has a good sense of humor. So we have the 7 of coins. So okay, so we're ending the year on October and December with a couple of coins here. So we have the 7 of coins, which is patience. And here, you know, Hello Kitty has some patience as she's just quietly putting her laundry up on the line. Okay, so for December, okay, so you can end the year doing things that maybe require some patience and some time, and you can take time out where you can be in a state of semi-solitude. I say semi, where you can also bring in a friend. You know, so again, I see friends coming in, you know, throughout the year, as they do, you know, in and out. We get busy, and that's, well, not like the restaurant in and out, but yes. Friends come in and out, you know, as we have time, you know, things happen. So in December, I'm just seeing whatever it is that you're quietly working on, or, something that's requiring a lot of your patience, don't be afraid to call in a friend. You could still, have that nice quiet time, but just share that nice quiet time with a friend. It's really going to help. All right, so that's how we end 2020. All right, so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. This was the reading for January 2020, but basically this was the entire year for 2020, which is what I do at the start of every year. So again, if you are interested in something like this that is more for you, like it's specific to you, not just general like this, then check out the link down below to my Etsy shop or to my website, www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com, where I have tons of other types of readings. In my Etsy shop, I also have bracelets like this that I make, my sprays, my salves, lots of goodies, so definitely go check it out. And if you want to send a little New Year's light my way, then think about joining that KWT tribe over at patreon.com/kittenswaitsandtarot. And they are going to have their first crystal grid of the new decade. So they'll be able to see that, as well as I'm now doing channeled messages every week for my patrons, all my patrons. All right, so that's it for me, spiritual homies. I'm wishing you guys tons and tons of awesomeness in 2020. I hope it's good for you guys. I hope it's great. I hope you guys have a lot of really wonderful, beautiful moments. All right, so I will catch you spiritual homies later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.